Alright guys, so I think I'm going to start putting the build before I start the video instead of like during it or whatever I did in the gear end video. So here we go. Alright guys, so your first items when you're playing Mordekaiser is probably going to be boots and 3 health potions. Then you're probably going to need some spell vamps, so you're going to pick up a hextech revolver. At that point you probably want to pick up your tier 2 sorcerer shoes. You need some extra ability power, which you usually will in lane. Then you probably want to pick up a blasting wand. If you're going to need some extra health for casting all those spells, then you probably want to pick up a haunting guise for that ability power and health. Then your blasting wand goes into a Rally's Crystal Scepter, and the guise into a Leandri's Torment. The next item is basically standard on any mage build or ability power carry. You probably know what it is. It's the Rabadon's Death Cap. So now you can build you're probably going to need some extra spell vamps. So you're probably going to want to build that revolver into a Will of the Ancients. And then to round out your build, you want to pick up a Zhonya's Hourglass for that armor and the ability power. Alright, so that's the build. Hey guys, my name is Salty Tomato. Today I'm bringing you a game of League of Legends. I'm playing Mordekaiser mid here, and I'm gonna be playing this back in LOL replay, so I'll be able to most of like the boring parts I'll be fast forwarding through just to shorten up the video and stuff like that. What I start out with Mordekaiser is in this video, I just started out with boots and 3 health potions. Just give me a sec. Alright, yeah, and then, so basically, Mordekaiser is a really good mid because he can, because of his shield, he can easily out-harass basically any other mid. I can't really think of anyone who has, more. I mean, obviously any mid can beat him if they're played correctly, but I think if you're a decent player, I don't think it's really hard to lose that mid lane against like someone squishy like Veigar. You can your what is it called, your Siphon of Destruction. It's really easy to just continuously harass them, even though you're whatever it calls, like if you didn't already know, Mordekaiser doesn't use mana. He pays for his abilities and health rather. So your harass is gonna be at the expense of some of your health, but that's what your health potions are for. You can always keep your health high. That's the idea. Your Siphon of Destruction is always your ability that you always want to max first. I'd say for a skill order, you probably want to do your Siphon of Destruction, or start out with Siphon, then probably Mace of Spades, Siphon again, Creeping Death, then from that point just max that Siphon, and then max out the Mace of Spades, and then finally your Creeping Death. That's just what I recommend. At the time I played this game, it's the first time I've played Mordekaiser in a really long time, so I might have been making some like minor mistakes, since especially with his last hitting. For some reason I overestimated Mordekaiser's his ability of the potency of his basic attack, so I think I missed a lot of last hits in this, but not too many. Anyways, so as you can see, this Veigar has been burning through his potions quite a lot, and then I haven't really been doing the same. What are we at here? I think at this point I just lock the I try to keep the camera locked or something like that, because I have dual monitors, and then if I try to like unlock the camera and then adjust it, it doesn't work like a regular LO window, and then the cursor moves onto the other monitor. And anyways, that was kind of random. Anyway, that's just why I'm locking it. But for summoner spells, sorry, I didn't already cover this. For summoner spells, I definitely recommend that you run Flash Ignite. Ignite synergizes well with his ultimate. His Children of the Grave, I think it is. Yeah, Children of the Grave. It's you can basically land Ignite and your ultimate on someone, and then if they're at low health, basically you'll be able to finish them off, just because you can, I forget how much your ultimate deals, like a quarter of their health, like half instantly and then half over time. Also, people don't, if someone tries to burst you down, your ultimate is really good also, because it can, people don't expect for you to heal that much health like within such a small period of time, so that can always be useful. I think you're probably gonna see me use that tactic on Veigar, and maybe, I don't know, sometime soon. I know I mentioned this. The first item that you probably want to pick up is that Hextech revolver right there. It's just because you pay for all his abilities in health, you're gonna want a good amount of spell vamp just to mitigate all of that damage, which is why the Hextech revolver is good. And then it also gives you the ability power, which is which all of your abilities scale off of, which is also a plus. So yeah, that's a good item to start off with. You can upgrade that into like a Will of the Ancient. Sorry, Will of the Ancients eventually, or I guess technically you could try a Hextech revolver, but I don't know. I wouldn't recommend that on AP Mordekaiser. Just because it's not that that I feel like that's more of a better suited to a hybrid champion like Jax or Akali. I don't know if Akali is really a hybrid, but anyways, I forget if we're winning or losing. I can't really see in the thumbnail, but yeah, I've been able to harass this Veigar quite a bit, but he's also had that I've also had to keep expending. Yeah, it was right here that he thought he could kill me when I flashed in by just restored like some of my health using that ultimate. I didn't even have to burn. Sorry about that. Holy spell. But I didn't even have to burn my ignite there, just because I don't know. He was already pretty low. So yeah, I pick up a first kill in the mid there. From this point, it's basically just gonna be smooth sailing. I bought a ruby crystal just because I'm using a lot of health on my abilities once again, so I want to mitigate some of that. So I forget what I'm building that ruby crystal into. I think a haunting guys or something like that. That's also, I forget what you build that into. Maybe, I don't know if you build it into anything, but anyways, so from this point forward, I got the I have the gold advantage on Veigar, so I can basically keep him zoned. If I can keep my shield up. Also, if you're trading with someone in mid, it's always like you're always gonna want to try to get your abilities off first, so your shield can mitigate their damage, if at all possible. But yeah, you're basically gonna try to time your ability first just to get your more shield. But most of the laning phase right now has just been farming. Yeah, that's basically it. What's going on here? Yeah, I think Vagar's being pushed back to his turret a lot, so I'm trying to get my CS up, but for some reason I just thought that mace looks more powerful than his basic attacks are. Anyways, then what happens? Yeah, see, I landed my ignite and my ultimate right there, and it took out maybe like a quarter of his health, so that's always a plus. That combo is very potent. I forget why by here. Also, with his ultimate, if you're in a team fight, you're always gonna be wanting to, if you have a choice who you can use your ultimate on, you're probably gonna want to use it on their AD carry, because your ghost can actually have some pretty decent damage output, because they can only basic attack, so you don't want to like have it on like a Vagar, an AP caster or something, because if that makes sense. What's going on here? I don't remember if I pick up a kill on this Varus or not, but I can, as you can see, I can just continuously harass him, and I'm not taking too much damage from him, so yeah. I don't really remember this game too well, because I played it like, I don't know, 3 days ago or something. It's just been sitting on my hard drive. As you can see, I'm probably just gonna be able to I forget if he sticks around, but if he does, I can just use Siphon, whatever he's called. I just forgot that again. Right here, I think I tried to go around and land an E on that Corky, but he left, so I just turned back around. So I'm not sure exactly where that Vagar went. I think he might have switched lanes with someone, because I've just been basically dominating him. I can't. I'm pretty sure that's top lane. That yeah, I'm pretty sure that Vagar switched like top lane, because he didn't like what was going on. Oh, right. Also, yeah, I just ganked bot here, and then I think I just pick up I pick up 2, and then I think, yeah, I picked up a 3rd for the triple right there. So, yeah, it's good I helped them out. Anyways, because Mordekaiser doesn't rely on a resource, it's always good to be constantly spamming your abilities. If I didn't already say this already, but just because if you're trading with opponents, make them, it's always good to make them keep, if they want to trade with you, make them expend mana, because you don't have to rely on that. So if any disadvantage that you can put them in, because if you and your opponent keep trading, after a while they're not going to be able to keep it up, just because they don't have much mana left. Vagar is not a really good idea, or isn't as good of an example of this, just because he has like a built-in chalice of harmony. But someone like Victor, who has like really low mana regeneration, is always a good idea. You don't see many Victors actually, for whatever reason. He's a pretty good champion, but just not many people play him. I'm trying to like hold him off best I can right here with my E. Your E is also really useful because it does multi-target damage. There I just landed my ultimate on that Varus, and then they're basically done. I think they're surrendering in a little bit here. Yeah, so actually never mind. I was just looking at the timer bar on the LOL, but it's a little bit longer than that, from what I thought at least. What else can I talk about? Mordekaiser. Right. Oh, I forgot to talk about this. Rylai's Crystal Scepter is always a good item. I think that's what I'm building towards at this point. I don't know if I finished it or not, finished the item, but Rylai's Crystal Scepter is always a good item because it allows you to it allows you to slow people with that E, which is always useful. But also it gives you lots of health, which you need to continuously spam your abilities in addition to spell vamp. So yeah. What else am I buying? I think, yeah, as you can see, I bought Merc Treads instead of you probably usually would want to buy Sorcerer. Oh, well, there's a surrender. Anyways, you usually buy Sorcerer's Shoes, but they had a Vagar and his stun is strong, so I bought the Merc Treads. Alright, so thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.